Fitchburg Legislative Building hosted multiple meetings this week. The Fitchburg School Committee met on March 16th, where students and school leaders shared updates on learning programs across the district. The meeting was primarily focused on Project 351 Playbook, where students spoke about inclusion and standing up against discrimination. Students explained how the program helps them grow as leaders and support others in their schools.
Back then, I was extroverted but scared, opinionated but quiet. I am now more confident in my voice than ever. The past 5 years serving Fitchburg and the broader population of Massachusetts through Project 51 has changed everything.
A major announcement during the meeting was the appointment of Mr. Matthew Lamy as the next principal of Fitchburg High School. The committee also received an English Language Arts Department update with Julie Faniff, the Director of English Language Arts Curriculum. She discussed the ongoing work to improve reading, writing, speaking, and listening skills across the schools.
This winter, we have 48% of our students who are at or above grade level. Last year, that was 27%.
The Fitchburg School Committee received a preliminary budget for the next school year. School leaders said the district is seeing some positive changes, but they also discussed many major costs that are putting pressure on the budget.
One of the things that we're looking at is to improve efficiency with our business department and the city's business department payroll.
The committee approved 4 grants and donations to support student programs, including the funding for youth services, environmental initiatives, and expanded summer meals. Fitchburg Legislative Affairs Committee met on March 17th and discussed a change for temporary and interim appointments. Under the new rule, temporary appointments would be limited to 90 days. Councilors explained that these changes are meant to prevent temporary roles from existing for too long without a permanent hire. During the full City Council meeting, members continued deliberating upon the ordinance proposed at the Legislative Affairs meeting. Councilors Joe Bowen and Bernie Schultz spoke against the measure, raising concerns about the timeline and its potential impact on city operations.
Relying on discretionary extensions is not an adequate safeguard for the continuity of essential city services. A typical department head recruitment process requires 4 to 6 months, and the need for repeated council votes introduces instability into the operation of critical departments.
They warned the ordinance could create instability if leadership positions are left unfilled. Supporters of the ordinance said that the goal is to improve transparency and accountability and not rush the hiring process.
The idea is not necessarily that the position will be filled within 90 days. I think we all recognize that in many cases that will be highly unrealistic. The idea is that within 90 days there should be enough progress to report on.
They also argued the change would prevent misuse of temporary roles in the future and added that extensions would still be possible if the administration shows progress. The council approved the amendment and passed the ordinance with a 9-2 vote, with Councilors Joe Bowen and Bernie Schultz not in favor. Earlier in the evening, the Fitchburg Appointments Committee approved 3 new appointments and 2 reappointments this week, including Conservation Commission, Redevelopment Authority, Airport Commission, and Community Development and Planning.
You know, I always had this thought, you can't complain if you're not part of the solution.
All appointments and reappointments were approved, as the committee continues to focus on strengthening city boards and departments. At the March 18th Water and Wastewater Commission's meeting, members approved past minutes and reviewed the proposed fiscal year 2027 budgets, noting rising costs but no major changes. A full budget review will take place next month. Officials shared updates on major projects, including the upcoming Main Street water main replacement, expected to begin soon. Full repaving will likely wait until 2028 or 2029 due to ongoing sewer work. They also discussed delays at the Mare Meadow pump station and concerns about costly water mains under Route 2. On the wastewater side, officials reported a drop in industrial revenue but said overflow projects may help reduce costs. Updates were also given on CSO projects, drought conditions, and staffing. The next meeting is set for April 15th. For North Central News, I'm Zoe Chrysostamides.